What up, PB Cashville? It's your boy Cashew, and today we're going to be talking about Nicktoons Battle for Volcano Island. It's a really fun game, and I can't wait to talk about it. Hit it. What up, PB Cashville? It's your boy Cashew, and like I said, today we are going to be talking about Nicktoons Battle for Volcano Island. This game right here is probably my favorite out of all the sequels in this game. There's four, like I said, there's four games in this, and the first one was Nicktoons Unite, and now it's this one. Like I said, we're doing a series, so I'm excited to talk about it. But before I do talk about it, I do want to congratulate, and I think people will be happy when I say this. I want to congratulate first the New York Rangers for, they're in the playoffs and they make it to the second round. And I also want to congratulate the New York Knicks who made it to basketball playoffs and NBA, and they made it to the second round. Happy that the New York teams are winning. I'm a New York fan, like I told you. Happy that the Knicks won. There was a lot of people saying that, the Sixers are going to beat the Knicks, how Joel Embiid is going to demolish the Knicks, and how the Knicks have no answer. And the Knicks won in 6, and the Knicks are in the second round. They're facing Indy. Let's see how that goes. Hopefully we get the dub and make it, to the Eastern Conference Finals. But we never know in the playoffs. Now back to this game. So this game right here, it's a fun game. Like I said, this is a sequel of Nicktoons Unite. And if you can see, I don't know, I'll try to bring it a little closer. In the cover art, you see there's Danny, Timmy, and SpongeBob. Now, if you remember in the first game, Nicktoons Unite, there was 4 characters. So the 4 characters in the thing was SpongeBob, Timmy, Jimmy, and Danny. So the weird thing about this is that, there is 9 characters in the game. There's 6 playable characters, and then there's 3 non-playable characters. So I'm going to go first to the 3 non-playable characters. So the 3 non-playable characters is Jimmy Neutron. Yes, for some odd reason, Jimmy Neutron's not in this game, which is kind of weird because he's in the other two ones next. So he was in 3 out of 4. Don't know why he's not in the game, honestly. The second non-playable character is Squidward. I guess that makes sense because, SpongeBob was very popular at the time, so you need to put the most popular show at the time, put their characters in there. And then Danny Phantom's friend Tucker is the third non-playable character. And like I said, that also makes sense too, like I said, because at the time, Danny was very popular. Danny, and on top of that, if you look at it too, between SpongeBob and Danny Phantom, when I thought about it, they have more characters that were more likable, or I guess more you can put into it and you can use. And then here's the 6 playable characters. First one is Danny Phantom. He was in Nicktoons Unite. So he was in Nicktoons Unite. So he's in the second game. Actually, Danny, I think it's Danny. There's, I think, 3 characters that you actually get to play as in all the games. And Danny's one of them. SpongeBob's another one. SpongeBob's in all the games as well, and you get to play as him. And like I said, he's SpongeBob SquarePants at the time. That was very popular. It's still popular to this day. Timmy Turner from the Fair Odd Parents, another popular show. But Cosmo and Wanda, I guess you could put like maybe 11 because Cosmo and Wanda are in this game. But like I said, they're not like Timmy uses them. They help Timmy. So Cosmo and Wanda is also in this game. But like I said, Timmy is the third playable character. Patrick Star is a new one that they added that's a playable character, which Patrick Star is really fun to play as. And honestly, putting Patrick in this game made it more better because, like, Patrick is really funny. Then you got Sandy Cheeks, who's another one that's really fun to play as and who's very powerful, who's strong. And she's in this game. And then Sam Manson, and if you don't know who Sam Manson is, she's from Danny Phantom. She's Danny's best friend, but in the show later on becomes his girlfriend at the end of the show. So they're in the game, and so basically what happens is there's these little crabs. One of them's called the Old Wise Man Crab or something like that, and they did a ritual. They wanted to summon all these guys to their island because this evil person named the Great Mawgu. If you remember in the Nicktoons Unite, it was the evil syndicates. They changed it to the Great Mawgu, like this beast. It's like a sand monster, I guess you could say. Escaped. He's been trapped in a volcano. He escaped, and he says he's going to get revenge. So they summon them, in the first level, you play as literally SpongeBob and Danny. And then as the game progresses and you go to different levels, you find each different characters. Like the second level, you find Patrick. The third level, you find Sam and Squidward. And then the fourth level, you find Tucker. Fifth is Timmy. And then last, you find Sandy was the last one you find. One thing I do like about this game is that they added collectibles. I don't believe, if I'm not mistaken, in Nicktoons Unite they didn't have collectibles. And what's great about this game is that when you get collectibles in this game, you get 4 different collectibles from each character, every 9 characters. And I also believe Jimmy too. Jimmy, I think maybe not Jimmy, but you find it for Tucker, Sam, Squidward, all these characters. And when you find all 4 of them, they're scattered in all different levels. When you find all 4 of them, you get a mini game. Another cool feature is that when you get Tucker lets you know if there's something useful, like if the collectibles around. Tucker will tell you, hey, there's something useful in this area. You should go check it out, look around and see what it is, which I think is pretty cool. Tucker is the guy that he's supposed to be like Jimmy. So Jimmy Neutron is in the game, like I said, but he's not physically in the island. He's back at Retroville. So they contact Timmy, and Timmy's trying to help find a way for them to go back to their own worlds. And him and Tucker are both communicating with each other. Tucker's another guy who's very smart. So Tucker's the one that Jimmy tells Tucker, hey, you should, you have to build this, and Tucker will do it. I think another thing too about this game that they didn't have in Nicktoons Unite is when you get further into the game, so you have a camp. So a camp, and each character make their own little hut, their own little place that you can go to. So like for example, when you find when you find Squidward doesn't do anything. He's just a playable character, non-playable character. But when you find Squidward, and at first you'll see his hut like it's nothing, like he's just starting to build it. But when you progress in the game and you find and you find some of his collectibles, his hut upgrades and becomes better, And I think that's pretty cool. The camp that they're on is really big. You can actually backtrack into, let's say if you miss a collectible, you can actually go back to that level. It's a really fun game. Like I said, you're facing a guy called the Mawgu. You're trying to capture him and send him back to where he came from. And I like it a lot. And another good thing about this game too is that, remember in Nicktoons Unite, I told you that the voice actors for the game in Nicktoons Unite came? Well, same thing. The voice actors in this game are all the voice actors from the shows. So the voice actors for Danny Phantom, SpongeBob, Fair Odd Parents, and Jimmy Neutron in the shows, they are all back. Yes, and that's really dumb. And I think that's pretty cool. It's a fun game. Like I said, I love the game a lot. I had to watch, I forgot to mention this, I did watch a YouTube video because my brain is that when I play a game, and it's been a long time since I play a game, I can't remember everything about the game. So I watched a little bit of YouTube video to refresh my memory. It's like what I did, that's what I do sometimes. I wish I could go back and play this game. I do have a PlayStation 2, but the problem is that my PlayStation 2 doesn't work. So maybe one day I'll go back into this game. But yeah, it's such a fun game. They added a couple features too. I forgot to mention that in Nicktoons Unite, you can play as 4. You can have 4 players with you. In this one, it's actually 2 players now. But you get to switch characters like always. I think in this one's a little bit different though, because in Nicktoons Unite, you sometimes had to change to like Jimmy or change to Danny because they had powers that you need to use specifically to go progress in the game. This one you don't really need to always switch. You can keep one character. You don't need to use a power. You could just play as one character if you want. If you want to play as Danny the whole game, you can play as Danny the whole game. If you want to play as Sam the whole level, you can play as Sam the whole level. That's just how it is in this game. But it's a fun game. Love the game. If you ever played it, please make a comment. If you never have played it, you should try it. I recommend this game. It's my favorite out of all 4 of them. Like I said, there's 4 of them. This is my favorite. And before I end the show, like I always say, we don't know you, but we love you, and there's a God above that does. I'm Cashew. Peace out, PB Cashewville.